J-Mac Sports 24/7. I am J-Mac. Thank you for coming to my channel. 20-17, them boys take a W over the Los Angeles Chargers. That sounds weird. Sounds funny to me. Los Angeles Chargers. I'm so old school and so used to saying San Diego Chargers. Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders. The San Diego Chargers. The St. Louis Cardinals. I digress. 20-17. I was not excited like most of the Cowboy Nation. I guess I should be. I'm glad we got the W because they do add up no matter how you get them. They add up, and we need a W going into the bye as we prepare for the Los Angeles Rams. We were supposed, in my estimation, do better against the Chargers. Our offense had been struggling, more so in the red zone. We were supposed to do a lot better. I mean, so maybe that's why I was not excited like everyone else. I found some interesting stats I want to throw at you right quick regarding the defense of both teams. How they ranked. Did you know the Chargers defense overall was ranked out of 32 teams, 31? 31 out of 32 teams, their defense was 31. We scored 20 points. We scored 20 points. All right. Their passing defense is ranked out of 32 teams. Get this. In the 23-24 season, the Los Angeles Chargers defense is ranked 32. Their pass defense. I'm going to say that again. No, I'm not. All right. The rushing defense is ranked 14th out of 32 teams. Their scoring defense out of 32 ranked 24. We should have put more points on the board. However, this is what makes San Diego Chargers. I knew I was going to get it. I knew it was going to catch me. The Los Angeles Chargers. Their third down defense, 4th. So if the Chargers are fortunate enough to get you to third down, they pretty much succeed and get you off the field. So, I have some issues with our offense. Every week, I'm looking to see some improvement, and I'm not seeing it. Let's start out with the penalties. Oh, how atrocious our Cowboys are playing. Now, I know I should be happy. Yeah, I am happy we got the win, but I cannot sit here and sugarcoat, and this is what happened to us year in and year out, 27, 28 years. We set ourselves up to fail because we see these wins in the early of the season and we see how they're doing it, and they're not doing it the correct way. They're not winning the correct way. They're not a disciplined team. We do not have a disciplined team, the Cowboys. Cowboy Nation, come at me if you will. I'm going to tell it like it is. We're not winning like we should win. We have a lot of veterans on both sides of the ball, and we should not be continue to have these self-inflicted wounds week in and week out. And that's what is happening. We played a team with a passing defense, 32 out of 32 teams, and we put up 20 points. Mind you, yes, it's on the road, and it's very difficult to get a W on the road in the National Football League. I get that. But we shouldn't have struggled like we struggled. Dak, my goodness. There's only 32 starting quarterbacks in the National Football League. Dak is one of them, but he's definitely not in the top 10. 8 seasons in. 8 seasons. Why is a seasoned quarterback holding on to the ball this long? Knowing our pass blocking offense is pitiful. Pitiful. Why? What are you waiting for when you have a wide receiver, number 13, number 2, Michael Gallup can't open a bag of potato chips. He can't get open. Michael Gallup struggles at the line of scrimmage to get free and separation. So if you are a defensive coordinator and you are ranked at the bottom of the league in pass defense, how about we just go ahead and double team, take your number 1 wide receiver away, and let's isolate one-on-one Michael Gallup every game. I'm happy we got the win. Haters, keep stepping. Keep stepping. This conversation is between me and the nation. This conversation here is between me and the nation. So haters, you can step out of the room right now. Step out of the room. I'm talking to Padres here. We have to have an honest discussion about Michael Gallup. We have to have an honest discussion about Dak Prescott. If you 8 seasons in, why are you having difficulties picking up the second and third reads? Why are you holding on to the ball? Why are you? Where? I was going to say where's the accuracy or the deep threat, but we just don't have it. Dak is a quarterback that needs to continue to concentrate on his mechanics because his arm alone will not win a game for us. He has to continually concentrate on his mechanics. If you watch Dak closely under a microscope and you watch other top tier quarterbacks, a lot of times their arms will get them out of trouble. Dak is not that dude. Michael Gallup is not that dude, at least anymore. So I did see on Hanging with the Boys, if you watch Hanging with the Boys, Nate Newton, Jesse Holley, and the crew, they pointed this out. They pointed this out. Jesse Holley being a wide receiver himself. So you tend to listen to people who played the position, who played the game. Played the position. And he's seeing it for himself. Gallup is not that dude getting open. And Nate Newton is suggesting that after this bye, he's giving Michael Gallup maybe 2 more games before he sit down. But how do you sit someone down, as they alluded to, that's making $10, $11 million this season? How do you sit that person down? Jerry Jones paid him when he was hurt. I don't know many wide receivers that come back from an ACL that go back to their former skill set. I don't know anyone. But Michael Gallup was hurt, and Jerry paid him. So when you know you're playing a team that has a passing defense of 31, 32, you're supposed to be successful. The Cowboys weren't. I already mentioned about a pass blocking. A run blocking is just as ridiculous. We just can't. And maybe because we don't have the continuity, maybe because we have starters returning back from injuries and none of the starters played in preseason. Maybe because we have the starting offense playing under a new offensive coordinator, on a head coach calling plays for the first time. This is new offense. There's no continuity. So again, as I just mentioned, they didn't play in the preseason. So I'm hoping that this bye week we have to address those issues and the penalties, the bonehead penalties on both sides of the ball. If we line up in the neutral zone one more time, and not only are we lining up in the neutral zone, we can do it 2 times a game. I mean, if you see dude down on the, your teammate line up in the neutral zone, he get flagged for it. Why the hell are you doing it? I mean, aren't you gonna pay attention to where you're at when you get up there on the scrimmage? That's just me. All right, I'm glad we got the win. I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm glad we got the win. We needed it. I don't want to go into the bye 3-3. 4-2 sounds a lot better than 3-3. I know, feels a lot better. We have the big Mo behind us going into the bye, getting ready for the Rams. But good gracious, we got to dress our offense. And if one for that defense, you know, and people talk about Michael Parsons, hey, there's a lot of game on Michael. There's a lot of tape on Michael Parsons. So they're running at him. They're throwing the kitchen sink at him. And so, but he's coming through when he needs to come through. So, you know, Odigga, I can't get his name right. Odigga, he's playing a hell of a game. Tank Lawrence playing a hell of a game. We're gonna struggle in our pass defense right now because, you know, Diggs is out, but I do like Bland. I think he's a comparable backup, and he just needs to develop some more confidence as a starter, and I think he's getting that. And I think the bye week is going to help him tremendously. So I'm really happy that we're coming along there. But I would just like to see the penalty stop, and we concentrate on our run blocking a little bit more, because that's what Mike McCarthy's going to do. He's going to be more conservative, and Dak does not understand how to pick up second and third reads 8 years into the league and holding on the ball way too much. So this is my analysis of the game. I'm happy that we won the game. I'm really thrilled about it. But we're seeing this rodeo before, and if we continue to win like this, we're setting ourselves up to fail. And so I'm preparing myself. So all haters, y'all can come back into the room now. Come back to the room. So if you got this far into the video, I really appreciate it if you hit that like, because it doesn't make sense to watch this far. And hit the like for me. It helps the algorithm. If you do, I really appreciate that. And if you're your first time coming to the channel, by all means, consider subscribing to the channel. Even if you're a hater, subscribe to the Cowboy channel. Because I'm coming to you with analysis as an OG. And I see that game a little different than some of the younger Padres. So that's me. Again, thanks for coming to the channel. Until next video, peace.